The traditional business model way back in the 80s and 90s, businesses would invest 80% of their turnover in paying for staff and costs, the actual people who were delivering the service. And 20% of it would be going into profit. Since the sort of early 2000s, what we've seen is the movement towards a handful of huge organizations owning everything, and within those businesses, 20% of the turnover is going to the employees, the people who are actually delivering the service, and 80% of the profits is going into 80% of the turnover is going into profits, and majority of that is then being taken out of the local economies and being stuck in offshore accounts in Cayman Islands and etc., tax havens. So we're actually money's moving out of our economies, and this is a huge danger. People across the internet, if you research, are speaking about these types of changes that are happening, and the general everyday man is blind to what is going on. All we do is we see things getting more expensive, we see our currencies being devalued, and we're struggling to get by more and more. That's got to change. And so we're taking the approach that all of the products, both from the Frii Pay network as well as the free wallet solution, is going to be owned by the people that use it. The merchants and the people who actually use it are going to be the owners of the product, not some VC. It's going to be the people who actually own the network, because they quite rightly are the ones who make it survive, and they should gain in the success of it more than, just some external provider who's just going to suck all those profits out.
And that's why you guys deserve the name Free World. What's going on, family and friends? We're here at Paris Blockchain Week Day 2, and I've got the CTO and co-founder of Frii Pay, Free World, Free Me, Free D Free for all the above. He's doing some revolutionary things on the XRP Ledger and beyond. Nabeel, how you doing today, sir?
I am absolutely fantastic. It's always good to see you, Ray.
Oh, it's good to be seen, but more importantly, it's just good to be in the room with you and the likes of Farhan, because you guys are just a ball of energy. Super excited, always bringing the atmosphere to an all-time high. So thank you for what you do, sir.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely welcome. I think like all of the other developers in the space, we're working hard to try and bring about a positive change that will benefit the world, and in our own little way. And yeah, we're doing whatever we can. But I'm not a solo track. There's a lot of people who actually come together to achieve what it is that we're trying to achieve.
What are you trying to achieve at Frii Pay?
Right now, we're really excited because we have just launched live our first service that is actually using our Frii Pay platform to sell. That's XRP Cancun. It's a community-led XRPL event in one of the most beautiful places in the world, and you can exclusively buy tickets using assets on the XRPL. So you can use your XRPL, your ROUSD, or any tradable asset on the XRPL to be able to buy your tickets. It's promising to be a family-friendly event with arrangements for kids, and so everyone is going to be together, everyone is going to be able to enjoy it, and at the same time, all the developer community are going to be able to get together and do some great networking, have a great time, and hopefully project what they're doing even further.
Sounds like a great idea, a great way to bring the community together south of the border. Might have to throw on my sombrero for that. What a great idea, Nabeel. You're furthering the adoption of this ecosystem by encouraging others only to use these DLT rails underpinned by what Free has built. Do you think that there's going to be any obstacles in place because of this?
No, I don't think so. I think, look, we have to reach a point in time where we stop becoming reliant on the old guard, the traditional rails, the Visas, MasterCards, Amexes, and the traditional bank infrastructure. If we are going to truly move to DeFi infrastructure, we need to be able to show and actually act in a way that doesn't rely on these old systems. Cholo and all the fantastic team behind XRPL Cancun have been working very hard to create this flagship event. And together with them, we're really excited about trying to demonstrate this new age by creating an ecosystem where, hey, What we're going to do is we're actually going to provide the same experience that you could have, and in fact, an even better experience that you've had elsewhere. But we're actually going to really utilize the on-chain resource that we have. We're going to use these tools to be able to deliver that experience. We're not going to be giving our money to the old guard to be able to do old things, using them as middlemen to be able to complete payment or use your ticket or get coupons or vouchers or that type of thing. We want to be able to utilize the technology that all of us are heavily invested into, because that's where we create value, not just by buying a coin. It's about using the utility that these solutions provide. At Free World, we're really bullish on trying to help create an ecosystem that everyone can engage in, and it will benefit not only the builders, but the world at large.
Now, for those in the audience that are not as well versed in this ecosystem as many tuning in that have been following closely to the developments on the XRP Ledger and beyond, what type of utility is unlocked by Frii Pay in comparison to the traditional methods of payments?
So at the moment, we've been in the world of traditional payments for quite a few years before blockchain started becoming more ubiquitous.
So you've been in this space in the traditional finance for a while.
Actually, our CEO, Farhan, was instrumental in the introduction of terminal card payments for Visa and MasterCard back in the early 2000s. So we have a great deal of experience in delivering these services at the front end. And that led us, when this whole idea of digital assets being used, to actually say, how are these going to be used within physical spaces? So back in 2023, we came to this very event, Paris Blockchain Week, and demonstrated the first on-chain payment on a point of sale, the same traditional point of sale that you would use to do a card payment. You could use that to be able to do a direct consumer to merchant transaction on-chain.
Is that the same POS system that you were showing off at Apex in Singapore?
Absolutely. It's exactly the same system. And since then, we grew and learned to understand the variety of complexities that there are within the ecosystem. There are various different points of sale. We are now supporting unattended use cases, e-commerce, which we exemplify through the purchasing of tickets online for this event, and other merchants coming soon as well. And also another point of entry, which is a barrier for many people, is the wallet space, where as many people who have tried to use digital assets on chain, getting a wallet, managing keys, it's not always the most straightforward experience. A lot of these solutions are either builder focused or investor focused, and it's not really kind of friendly for my mother to be able to use. We're looking very soon to be releasing our Free Me wallet, which will just be a user-friendly wallet. It'll take just a handful of steps and you'll be on board, ready to be able to use digital assets to go and make purchases on Ledger, just eliminating the need for you to be able to have to use traditional banking environments or infrastructure to be able to do your day-to-day payment activities.
Man, what an opportunity it is for me to be interviewing you, Nabeel. You've been in this space for quite some time. You've seen the pitfalls or the friction within the traditional methods of payments. You guys are moving forward and bringing the tech, bringing the XRP Ledger to the forefront, which is really great. You said that you were here back in 2023. Fast forward 3 years. Has there been significant change since then?
I can honestly say I've seen such a dramatic transformation in the way the world has looked at distributed ledger technology, blockchain technology over these last years. Paris Blockchain Week is a flagship event around the world. And it really is incredible to see that when we first came here, it was largely crypto-centric organizations. In 2024, we started seeing the traditional banks, the Visas, MasterCards, and the HSBCs and the like of the world starting creating their presence here.
And now we're seeing JP Morgan on stage, Fidelity, all the big traditional players.
Exactly. And even people who are doing ID verification for traditional finance are now being able to realize that, hey, there's a whole market here that we need to be able to address and support. So it's great to see everyone coming in together and realizing that the fear is, I was saying this to somebody else earlier today, when I first came here, there was a lot of fear from outside the building. Then slowly people crept in because they wanted to understand what was going on and see how they could get involved. Now there is active involvement from people. But I must say, from our perspective, we're very bullish on those people who are trying to utilize this technology to build a new way and new layers to be able to do things without relying on old incumbents, and there's a lot of churn in these old systems and a lot of cost that can be stripped out. And today's day and age, we really need those savings for everyday people, whether they're businesses or they're consumers.
Yeah.
We're all feeling the pinch across the world. I've been fortunate enough to travel all over the world, and everyone's struggling. So if we can create a new infrastructure and deliver all of these services in a more efficient way that actually benefits everyone rather than just charging them for it, then we'll have achieved something, I think, that will be beneficial.
Yeah. As we move into this tokenized landscape with the potential of even fractionalizing equity, is there any opportunities that, I mean, that are new that haven't even come to the market, from ways to participate and getting further involved and engaged within your ecosystem?
What we often see is that people come up with a great idea, it gets funded by VCs, and then eventually gets sold on to other companies or enveloped into other big companies. And the idea is just basically bought out, and it ends up just being part of the traditional infrastructure that previously existed. And we don't think that this is really right. I heard a very poignant post, which if I got a second, I would like to share with you in the audience.
Sure.
The traditional business model way back in the 80s and 90s, businesses would invest 80% of their turnover in paying for staff and costs, the actual people who were delivering the service, and 20% of it would be going into profit. Since the sort of early 2000s, what we've seen is the movement towards a handful of huge organizations owning everything, and within those businesses, 20% of the turnover is going to the employees, the people who are actually delivering the service, and 80% of the profits is going into 80% of the turnover is going into profits, and majority of that is then being taken out of the local economies and being stuck in offshore accounts and Cayman Islands and etc., tax havens. So we're actually money's moving out of our economies, and this is a huge danger. People across the internet, if you research, are speaking about these types of changes that are happening, and the general everyday man is blind to what is going on. All we do is we see things getting more expensive. We see our currencies being devalued, and we're struggling to get by more and more. That's got to change. Yeah. And so we're taking the approach that all of the products, both from the Frii Pay network as well as the free wallet solution, is going to be owned by the people that use it. The merchants and the people who actually use it are going to be the owners of the product, not some VC. It's going to be the people who actually own the network, because they quite rightly are the ones who make it survive, and they should gain in the success of it more than, just some external provider who's just going to suck all those profits out.
And that's why you guys deserve the name Free World. Kudos to you. A true utility unlock, a way to, re-empower us everyday individuals to participate in something greater and not be left behind, and have that liquidity be centralized amongst a few players that might not even live in the United States.
Well, absolutely. And we're also, with the Frii Pay network, we want to try and regionalize it so that actually there will be ownership in the United States by Americans, ownership in Europe for Europeans, ownership in Africa for Africans.
So you're global.
So yeah, the intention is to distribute this network in such a way that it provides a reasonable amount of value, but also provides ownership for each economy to be able to keep money within their economies. It's an ambitious dream, but it's the people that can make it happen. Yeah. And we're bullish about that.
Before I let you go, Nabeel, is it possible for you to give a walkthrough of your platform for those in the audience?
Yeah, sure. I tell you what, I'll give you give you a walkthrough of the booking experience on XRP Cancun.
Let's buy that ticket right now. Nabeel, what are we looking at right now?
Okay, so this is the Ticket Mob website. That's tktmob.com, where you can purchase your tickets to XRPL Cancun 2026. The event's on Friday, August the 7th at the Grand Oasis. This is just a test page, so you can't actually buy a ticket for 1 cent. Don't get too excited. But just to give you an example of how easy it is to be able to make a purchase, you just choose the package that you want. Since we're doing an exciting demonstration, let's just book ourselves a top tier room. You can book as a guest checkout, or you can create an account just like with any booking application. So I'm just going to do a guest checkout, filled in some information there. You will not be able to pay with card. You will have to use Frii Pay. You'll have to pay on XRPL using the Saman app. You can pay with any tradable asset on the XRPL ledger, including XRP or ROUSD. And once you review and confirm the order that you have, it will generate a payload request on the XRPL. So this will be the payment experience that you'll have with any online merchant that is offering Frii Pay. So it'll confirm who the merchant is, what the fees are. So this is the sale price. The merchant is accepting XRP, so there's a conversion that happens, which is live on the DEX. Looking at this on a browser, you will just scan the QR code with the Saman app to complete the payment, or if you're actually on the same device, all you have to do is tap the QR. It'll automatically open up your wallet. It will automatically open up the payload. So it confirms the merchant that you're paying, the amount that they've requested, and it will allow you to pick between whatever currency you want to pay with. If you have other currencies, all you have to do is tap to select the currency that you want, slide and sign like you will in a normal payment transaction. And once that's complete, okay, so that payment has now been made on Ledger. We're just going to validate that from Frii Pay side and with the merchant to make sure all of your booking is up to date and confirmed. As soon as that's done, you'll receive confirmation on screen, and then you'll also get an email confirming the actual booking on that side as well.
And then next minute, you're in Cancun. Before I do let you go, Nabeel, because I know that you're a busy man, you got some deals to make, people to see. I'm just a small fish here, so again, thank you for sharing your time with me.
Very smart fish, always bringing your A game right.
When I know I'm going to be in the room with heavy hitters like you, I gotta fake it till I make it.
No, there's no faking it with you, Ray.
Well, maybe one day I'll wear a nice polo with the free jersey.
One of these, I gotta get you one of these.
Excellent. Now, before I let you go, is there anything exciting coming down Frii Pay's pike that you would like to share with the global audience here?
Yeah, I think just please look out for anywhere that you can use Frii Pay. Over the coming months, you're going to see it available on more and more online merchants. And within the next 3 to 6 months, you'll see FreeMe wallet coming out. Check it out. Try it out. Please give us lots of feedback. We are building this for you. So if it doesn't hit the mark, all you have to do is feedback to us and tell us, and we will do it takes, whatever it takes to make it right for you. This is a partnership. You can't have a free world without everyone having a voice. I think we're all tired of not having a voice in this world, and we don't want to create that type of environment. So the two things that I'm really super excited about, number one, I have to plug it again, XRPL Cancun. It's going to be a fantastic event. I know it's going to be a sellout. Get there as quickly as you can. Bring your families. It's going to be a great time. And at the same time, it's an opportunity for us to be able to get together, share more ideas, take this free world forward, and involve as many people in that as possible, so that we can create a future that we can all own and benefit from.
What a beautiful future that looks like, underpinned by Frii Pay, or free world, free me. Kudos to you, Nabeel. Appreciate you, man. I hope you and Farhan have a great rest of your time at Paris Blockchain Week, and I look forward to seeing you in Cancun.
Thank you very much. Bless you.